happy.
It is October, and that means it is time to see how the beautiful Electrolux 345 did, how full the bag is, any niggly points with it, and then find out what we're going to use next month. So, without further ado, let's get on with it. Yes, hello my vacuum cleaner chums, how are you today? The Electrolux 345 has been a machine that I've never really used, ever. I've heard they're very good, a lot of people rave about them, and after using it for a month I can fully see why. It is brilliant. So we shall take the plastic hose off, which has been really the main reason I've been able to use it, because its cloth hose is knackered, and I've not missed having the cloth hose. This has been a lot nicer to use, very thin, very light, and yeah, it's saved the day. This floor tool is brilliant. It's perhaps a little bit slow to change from carpet to hard floor, but it hasn't been refurbished yet, so that's probably why, but it's been perfectly acceptable as it is. Lovely, lovely floor tool. But then I'll move the small tools out the way. This dusting brush has now been adopted by it until I can find a brown one. And I have a better crevice tool up in the loft, so that might get swapped as well. We have the machine itself, which is lovely. It's really quiet. Lots of airflow. Lots and lots of airflow. Hasn't blown its suppressor up either, which is handy because I haven't removed it yet. Cord rewind is ferociously powerful on it. It's in really good condition, even bodily wise. It's not too bad really. I've used the blower mode on it before. You just pop the filter out. It needs a new filter. I've got some of those somewhere. And yet I have blown out my crevices with aplomb. Just pop this back on here. Like so. The cord rewind button got stuck down once. That's about the only real problem. It hasn't tripped off the automatic setting either, even though if my cameraman can get in nice and close, it is set to 1. So my house obviously isn't very dusty. Now you have to stand up now, cameraman, and come on top, because if we pop this, you can see that I'm still using a genuine paper bag, which is quite full, although it's a bit fuller than it otherwise would, because I left a lot of the last lot of shredded paper that we vacuumed up stayed in there, but that's nice and packed. Inside, can't really comment on if it's clean or dirty because I hadn't cleaned it anyway, but if I can just get the filter out, which, if I recall correctly, is just a case of manhandling this out. Really easy to do. I can see why people used to change the filter all the time. There we go. Look. You can see that the filter isn't. There's a bit of dust coming off of it, I suppose, but I wouldn't call it dirty. This isn't a HEPA vacuum, although my cameraman might agree. Maybe a nice slab of HEPA flow cut.
Definitely would be good for that.
Then I can still use the original paper bags, which make the automatic work.
Yeah.
With a HEPA flow, it sticks too much onto this.
Yeah.
So that might be the bodge we go for, folks. But not for now. This is quite low down the list of things to refurbish, mainly because it works so well as it is. But I really have enjoyed using it, and will definitely use it again. It is a very capable daily vacuum. A couple of the gripes, and actually my tame cameraman noticed this, is that when you pull the cable, especially if you're stood up, it rolls over. If I try and turn it in the hallway, it's too long. But apart from that, it becomes very, very tall when it's up on its end.
It's really nice. I've got one. I love it.
Yes, this is beautiful. I can't imagine what it's going to be like when it's been refurbished, because, well, as you can hopefully confirm, it ain't half bad now.
No, it is in very good condition.
So that's the outgoing, really. It's actually a machine that I sort of wish wasn't the outgoing. But it is, because them's the rules. So, what is next?
Salud!
I'm going to cut that bit out, don't I? Right, done. So yes, that is the outgoing, and I am now holding the camera because I have Mr. Dorian here.
Hello.
This is perfect timing because we are filming this on Sunday. Okay, Google, what's the date?
It is Sunday, the 29th of September 2019.
So a day earlier. Obviously, the first is on a Tuesday, but what perfect timing! Mr. Hooverlux is here.
Hey.
I normally film it a day or two earlier anyway, so I can get it edited and up.
I
So
love those Electrolux.
there's stuff in there.
Love them.
I've never had much experience with them.
Really nice.
I very much like them, but I now am going to pull Mr. Dorian in, and he honestly doesn't know what I'm about to
I
ask
have
him.
no idea what you're going to use.
I don't know what I'm going to use either. I never do. So this month, bear in mind that you now know what vacuums are in this building.
Yes.
I want you to choose
Oh my god.
something for me to use
For a whole month.
for a whole month. There are a couple of caveats. If it's something that I don't have the tools for, or bags, I'm going to have to say.
Right, okay.
But it could be as stupid as you want. It could be, we can go up in the loft, everything. So I'm going to follow Mr. Dorian around.
What about that?
No, I'm not that stupid. And ideally nothing that I've used before.
Right, okay. This is my favourite. This is my favourite.
The Turbo Power
I
Auto
love
Flex.
the colour because it's
See,
the
I've-
exclusive.
But I've used a Turbo Power before.
used a Turbo
and I
Power,
had
right,
carpet
okay.
then, don't forget I've got laminate, so it'll have to be something. I can't use that Junior or that Dyson because they're not mine.
The Electrolux, I do like that.
Maybe, that could be an option then, because
Possibly.
I've got tools and bags for that mum's.
Because it would be kind of interesting to follow on an Electrolux with an Electrolux.
That's possibly true.
Possibly.
Not
Now,
using the Tinko because I'm not that stupid. We've used the Par now.
Yes, I've seen the par now.
Can't use the Viking 507 because that's not mine. We've just used the Seabo, that's still out. I've used the 4x4. I've used the Turbo Master.
Right, okay. Miele S7.
Use that.
Yes.
I've used it already.
You've used it already.
And
Right, okay.
I have no bags for it, and that's not mine either. There's only a couple here that are. Don't
the
forget,
other one-
there's those cylinders in the cupboard. Don't forget, and the vacuums up in the loft.
I do like the Dirt Devil.
Mmm.
And you haven't done anything with the Dirt Devil, have you?
No.
So let's have a look. Let's see. Oh, this one.
No.
No.
I don't want to use that one yet. I've got something special planned for that.
I do like them. I like that one a lot.
Really?
Yeah, I do like that.
So that's an
one a lot.
option. That's definitely an option.
What I'm
Yeah.
pointing at
Fish it out and we'll have it. Yeah.
is this.
Yeah. Okay.
The Miele Revolution, because
That's a very sensible choice.
you gave me the older version of this.
And I only gave you that because I got that.
Because you got the newer version of
Look, I
it.
can see myself. It's been refurbished.
Right, okay, this one. I'm going to
You
say
sure?
them. Yeah,
you don't want
definitely.
to think about the machines up in the loft?
No, I like the Miele
Nothing
Revolution.
stupid, nothing, outlandishly idiotic.
No, I think we're going to go sensible.
Okay, well, sensible. There we go then. So we'll go and find all the tools for it. And see you back downstairs. So Mr. Hooverlux chose the Miele Revolution 5000 S5980 to replace the Electrolux 345. So yeah, this isn't going to be that much of an in-depth look because you haven't long seen the after video really. It's still as it was at the end of that demo. So this is going to be nice and simple. We shall put the hose on. Put the wand on. Put the power head on. I've got the parquet twister down because that is essential for using in my house. I'm sure Mr. Hooverlux
I do. I love it.
can attest to. There we go. We'll plug it in and give it a quick going over the place. Because why the devil not? Turn it on. Raise the wand and then very powerful.
Wow.
Even at this setting, it's great for late night vacuuming.
Now that has really brought up the pile on that part
It
there.
works better in full, mainly because it skips otherwise.
Yes.
Whereas in full it sucks it down enough that if you're slow enough.
I really like those LED lights.
Very nice. Now that it works, obviously, because the hose has been fixed. So yeah, because you saw the after video fairly recently, that's about all I can really do with this. Why don't we have a little bit of fun?
Ooh, yes.
Tripod up the camera, and we'll compare. We'll do something I haven't done before because I haven't ever had an assistant. We'll compare the outgoing
Hey.
and the incoming. So we have the Miele and the Electrolux side by side. Just move the Miele up here out of the way. Although there's a slight amendment to the Miele because obviously I don't actually have a straight suction floor head for it. So to keep it comparable, I've got this one out. What wattage did we say that was?
750 watts.
So that's going to be what, setting 2 on the Miele.
Okay, yes.
To be comparable. And we shall see with one forward and back pass which one of these floor heads is better. Let me just get the Miele set up. There you go, so I'm on setting 2. Ready?
Okay, go.
Wow. The difference in those floor heads is amazing.
Wow.
I mean, I don't know how much of that was down to this floor, so let's fire this build bite back up again. I'll stick it on 2200. In fact, should we do it again, like full power on the Miele.
Yes.
Electrolux on its normal, because I don't know how much of that was down to my floor head. If it was that, then that confirms that the Electrolux automatic is a beautiful floor head.
Love the smell of that.
Yes. Right, so I'm going to be on the, frankly, not needed excessive 2,200 watts. Dora is just going to press the button. Okay. Yeah. Oh, I have lots of snow. Even on 2,200 watts, I think the Electrolux was the nicer machine to use. Well, in fact, they're about even now.
Yeah, they are, yes. It seemed to drag a lot back from
yeah.
it's scattered back, so unfortunately.
So. Well, there we go. Pointless comparison done.
Yes, but
we need to clean up this mess.
Yay!
We'll get rid of the Electrolux.
Oh.
No, we can't use that now.
Get rid of all the loose bits. Bye-bye.
It still needs to be refurbished. And solid. We'll get another handful of sawdust down. And Mr. Hooverlux, as my guest, can clean it all up.
Yay!
With the Miele on its power head settings.
Oh, so nice.
I'll only either be using the power head or the parquet. So I'm going to gimbal up and come back. So I'm cameraman trying to follow the floor head. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Then begin. Is it a bit stiff?
It is, 2 hands. There we go.
There we go. It certainly gets it all in the back. What's it like on minimum power? Well, you still got enough to try it with. So this is 300 watts.
Easier to push.
I was about to say, although this is mainly surface litter.
And it still picks it up. Let's
Yeah.
try
Go back to wherever you want to go then.
one more. Higher up.
Oh, that's a nice pass.
That was nice. So that was on the second power.
Hang on, let me. There you go.
Okay. Third power.
That was a better track mark you left on the forward stroke. Because obviously with every power setting it pulls the head further
Down.
down. Very nice.
One more.
Yeah.
And And a full power.
Yeah, get it finished. Move the machine over to here and vacuum that way, because that's where the pile's a bit nicer. That's alright. Yeah, this won't be being used, that was just for that demo. Yeah, go sort of towards the sofa and back. Because then when you pull back, there you go. Like,
Yeah.
look at that deep grooving. That's better than the Dyson these, the V11. I have always liked those turbo heads though.
Me too.
They are.
Really good.
They do what they say on the tin, don't they? Look at him, struggling to push the mighty Miele.
I got a sweat on.
Doesn't take much though, does it?
No, it doesn't.
Yeah. Oh, I'm falling off the sofa. Look, live action stuntman.
Hey.
I do all my own stunts.
That was a cunning stunt.
That was. I'm a Cupid stunt. Now, if you fancy doing the hard thought, if you pull the wand,
There we go.
look, two-handedness, guide you in.
Voila.
Right, we're going to have a fag. Yeah, now try it on the hard thought. Obviously, you use that head anyway, so this is just back to normal for you. Full power. Listen, the air flows louder than the vacuum itself. Although I know that'd be terrible at a big sawdust test, it would just stick to the bristles.
Yes, it would.
You can go underneath the TV unit, look. Oh, nearly. Not quite.
Try it this way.
Oh, there we go, look. Oh, no £50 notes came out with it. Look, it gets under everything. The state that my front room currently is, as you saw from the live video, we got it this empty. There's only a couple of bits left now. Very nice indeed. Right, I suppose you'd best sum up, hadn't we?
Yes.
So there we go, a bit of fun for an otherwise, let's be honest, not entirely content-rich video to film. Yes, another Miele. Obviously, I stopped using a Miele to start this whole 12 vacuums in 12 months caper. And we've had a Miele since. We've had two actually. We had the S7 and my old S5 that got superseded by this and then sold.
Yes.
Now we've got this, so yeah, we're going around again. This is also the toppest line S5 I've ever owned. The next step up will be the red one with the big power head. Nearly had one of those once, but I had to bin it. It was just too scrap everywhere. And yeah, here we are now. So lots to do for it this month because I've certainly got all these vacuum cleaners to put away, so that's going to be a bit dirty. And I'm sure it'll plod along very boringly, very easily, until we meet again to discuss its replacement. So thank you, Mr. Hooverlux.
You're very
This is
welcome.
probably going to be the last video that we film, as you know, this weekend.
Yes.
This is only going out on Tuesday, so we can talk about the weekend.
Yeah, we can, yeah.
Yeah, Dorian's been here. We've
I
done
have.
lots and lots and lots. And yeah, this is probably now the last thing we're going to film, but we have little sleep.
And I really just, I really love this style of Miele
Yes.
a lot.
I do. This is my favourite.
Yes.
Always has been. And obviously this is, my first Miele was black one of these, but I nearly bought a Sebo K1 little cylinder. But then I found an S5 on Free Cycle.
Now
I went the Miele way.
they are a lot heavier than the more modern ones. Why are they more heavier?
I don't know. Better build quality.
Probably, yeah.
2000, the most is probably heavier as well, but yeah, I think most of that's possibly build quality because they used this design again, didn't they, for the EU stuff?
Yes.
And I think they probably then chopped a load of quality out.
Yeah, they did. Yeah, they did.
It's still it'll still be a good vacuum.
Oh yeah, definitely.
But yeah, not as
No, not like that. Not like it was.
that's a bad example. Yeah. So there we go. Thank you very much for watching. We shall both see you soon back on our respective channels. Bye bye.
Bye.